This DropBot tutorial will guide you through the basic functions of the Microdrop software to help you get started on controlling your DropBot. Begin by loading the Microdrop software. You should have two windows that pop up, the main window featuring the protocol builder on the left and the DMF device view on the right. First, ensure your DropBot is connected to your computer. On the top right of the main window, you will find the DropBot monitor. Note that the color of the icon represents the DropBot's connection status. Red means the DropBot is either not connected to the host computer or not powered with a 12-volt supply. Also, if you hover over the icon with your mouse, it will display a message of the DropBot's current state. Once I plug the USB cable in, you will see the icon changes its color to yellow, which is an indication that the DropBot is connected, but there's no device loaded. The software has now identified the DropBot was plugged in. Also, this can be seen when I hover over the icon with my mouse. You can now go ahead and insert your DropBot chip into your DropBot. The system will recognize that a chip has been inserted and the icon will turn green. We are now ready to start using the DMF device. If the icon does not turn green, then check that your device is inserted fully and the slider is pressing the device against the pogo pins. In the top right corner, there are a number of different features that can be adjusted in your DMF device view window. You can choose to turn on or off each feature by clicking Show or Hide, respectively. To fine-tune visibility, you can adjust the transparency using the alpha slider or enter a specific alpha value manually. Let's go through what each feature does. Background. This controls the transparency of the background video feed. Shapes. This adjusts the transparency of electrode shapes. Connections. This modifies the transparency of connections used for routing. Routes. This adjusts the transparency of drawn paths or routes. Channel labels. This controls the visibility of labels assigned to electrodes. Static electrode state shapes. This adjusts the transparency of active electrodes. Dynamic electrode state shapes. This modifies transparency for electrodes that activate along a route. This is seen once I press the play button in the protocol window. You can see which electrode is currently activated along the path I have drawn. And registration. This adjusts the visibility of the registration box, which helps correct video perspective. The alpha is currently 0, but when you turn on your video feed and click the Modify button, the alpha changes as a red registration box appears. For more information on setting up the camera feed in Microdrop, please have a look at our camera setup tutorial linked below. Right-clicking on the DMF device view window will display a menu of other useful functions. For example, selecting Clear All Electrode States will remove any electrodes you have turned on. Clear All Routes will remove all the paths you have drawn. And if you want to remove only one path without removing all of them, right-click on the path you want to remove, hover over the electrode option, and select Clear Electrode Routes. In the protocol window on the left, there are a number of fields you can adjust when controlling your droplets. You can reorder these fields by simply clicking and dragging them to your preferred layout. After a fresh installation, your Microdrop will only show a small set of standard fields for use in your protocols. Let's now go over the main fields and what they do. ID. Each step has a unique identifier, starting from 1 and increasing incrementally as steps are added. Label. Use this to assign a name to each step for easy identification in long protocols. Message. Use this to pause the protocol at this step, prompting the user with a message that must be acknowledged before continuing. Duration. This defines how long the actuation lasts in seconds. For static electrodes, this is the full step duration, whereas for roots, each actuation lasts for the specified duration per substep. Frequency. This is the AC frequency of the actuation pulse, ranging between 100 Hz and 200 kHz. Voltage. This is the AC RMS voltage of the actuation pulse, ranging between 30 volts and 145 volts. Video. This turns the video feed on or off for that step. Repeat duration. This determines how long a closed root will be maintained in seconds, set to 0 for single execution. Note that if the timer expires but the root is incomplete, the protocol will continue running until all roots finish. Root repeats. This is an alternative to duration, specifying the number of times a closed root will repeat. If both duration and repeats are set, the step will continue until the longer of the two conditions is met. Trail length. This defines how many electrodes will be activated in each substep of a root. Volume threshold. This allows a step to progress automatically if a capacitance threshold is met. This value ranges from 0 to 1, representing 0% to 100% electrode coverage. This is an advanced feature, which will be covered in a future tutorial. Additional custom fields can be enabled through plugins, allowing for extended functionality. While this video focuses on the default fields, it is worth mentioning that custom plugins can introduce new options tied to a protocol step. Reach out to us at Sci-Bots if you're interested in adding custom plugins to your Microdrop. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you found this helpful, be sure to like and subscribe for more DropBot tips and tricks.